Hello and welcome to Burnt Cook Book Party, an original Pathfinder campaign set in a unique fantasy world where 4 heroes of varying skills, attractiveness, and stupidity race against time to prevent a war. I'm Jenna Stoeber, and I play Astra Blep, a fey-addled half-elf oracle who's exactly who she says she is. And I'm joined by...
Andrew Hansen, playing Johnny Brightchild, a hot and sunny Everett Resort Spa paladin, eager to help and flex.
Caitlin Stayduhar playing Patty Hertz, a ratfolk ranger dandy with a nose for gossip and cheese.
Paul Luetkemeyer playing Zelf, an elven battle chef carving a name for himself in the high-stakes world of magical cooking.
And we're, of course, led today and for the rest of all time by our illustrious GM and world builder, Justin Green. Justin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm getting my head back in the right headspace for the main campaign since we just had our one shot that is probably out now by the time that you are hearing this.
Pretty competent team players with good synergy and clearly defined objectives.
Right. And so Justin's got to get back into the mindset for the opposite. Yeah, exactly.
The clusterfuck of the normal.
The party of pure chaos. Yes.
Janni, Brightchild, has just sent the Forge Fiend packing back to the plane of Zitrix. Hugo has been bludgeoned into submission, but combat is not quite over yet.
What is the state of these last couple of gremlin guys?
They're on fire. They are in bad condition. They are no longer stunned, so they will get to act this turn.
So my thought is that at some point I would like to jump over and possibly help with repair and fixing of the aqueducts now that we're no longer using them in an offensive manner. But I think I'm going to go ahead and try to just shoot another one of these gremlins just to get them out of the way before I do that.
Yeah.
As a 25.
A 25 certainly hits. A divine arrow arcs from Fury, striking one of the 2 gremlins in the chest, toppling him off the aqueduct into the hot springs below. Astra Blep, what would you like to do?
I think I'm going to try to pop one of these boys with my shock arrow.
Nice. It's bow and arrow time.
It is bow and arrow time. They're on the top of a wall. Can't get to them otherwise. Time to pew pew. I rolled a 15 to attack with my shock arrow, which basically fires using a ranged touch attack, and it deals damage based on that.
An arrow made of pure lightning follows the same path that Patty's arrow just traveled. It explodes into an electrical current on contact, and that is enough to fry that last gremlin.
Nice.
Woo!
Splat.
Good job, gang. Mostly Johnny, but also everyone.
Yeah. If we look at the total number of enemy combatants, you definitely...
We provided support. We were in a support role. Yeah.
Well, okay. No, let's talk about the scenario. So we found Tommy, who was the optional NPC, convinced him to take the Cyclopses out, which would have been a game changer in this combat.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh.
Sunsuit some shit right there. That's like...
As the Forge Fiend leaves, so does its fiery wall. So, Johnny, you are able to just walk up those stairs.
I was just about to say, I get out of there.
With the Forge Fiend and all of its assorted magics gone, the Forge area is now 122 degrees, and the rest of the room is 110. So, drop dramatically. You are still subject to some effects if you stay for very long with this portal still open. But overall, much more in control now.
Well, let's solve the water crisis game.
I was just going to say, we've killed the bad guys. Let's save the day now.
Yeah.
So should we turn off this pipe? Who here is the most plumber-like?
Ooh.
I think it's Astra, right? Because Astra had that one character who had a mustache.
Bruno?
Yeah, one of her disguised personas.
I forgot about that.
While I agree with the choice of Astra, the assessment.
She plays a plumber sometimes and she's trying to gain access to buildings.
Yeah, and I'm a demigod of a water god, but that's probably
that one.
Probably not.
That's the one.
I've got use magical device, but I don't have disable device.
I'm pretty strong in disable device.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm probably more suited to the like mechanical part than the magical part. So maybe Astra and I, or Astra and Zelf and I could work together. They can take the mystical parts and I'll take the nuts and bolts.
I'm going to use knowledge engineering, and hopefully we can not only turn this water off, but maybe vent it in the direction that we know it needs to go.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Patty's goal here is not just to turn the water off. She's like, we have an opportunity to fix this problem.
Excellent.
And as a rat of the people, we have to take it.
We have an opportunity to create a brand new spa in the desert, the Patty Hurts Spa.
Oh, it'd be named after me.
Oh my God, there could be a holiday. Like Spa Day and Begram could be made and like named in Patty's honor.
Perhaps I won't get my golden statue, but I'll get a beautiful fountain.
Yeah.
My little cheek pouches are all puffed out, and I'm just delicately spitting water out.
People can have water for free, but they're open to offer prayers to the demigod Patty Hurts as much as they want.
Oh my God.
Sold. I mean, I am fully invested in this plan.
The three of you working together, Zelf is going to make an engineering check to handle rerouting the water back into the directions it's supposed to be going. Patty making a disable device check in order to undo the damage that was done by the gremlins. And Astra making a spellcraft check to handle the magical portal elements of this. To overall just repair the aqueduct and make it back in action. You guys want to roll for all that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Teamwork.
Inspired by the moving power of teamwork, I rolled a 20 for a 28 on my spellcraft.
Oh, man. Yeah. I think that we have like a teamwork song montage.
Whoa!
You two have both rolled well. I do have a spell, if needed, that I could cast to let you put a bonus on a skill check.
Yeah, my total is 27, so maybe hold on to that.
Ooh, I only rolled a 5. I think I'm going to cast that on myself. It targets one living creature, so I assume that means I can cast it on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that. My spell is called Gallant Inspiration.
Incredible.
Yes, I use a word of arcane empowered inspiration. It often ensures success of a crucial endeavor. Cast this when a creature fails an attack roll or skill check. The creature gains a plus 2d4 competence bonus to the check retroactively.
That's dope. What's the word?
Ah, shit! as I whip the first one.
As the little knob breaks off as she's twisting it.
So I'll roll my 2d4. That's 2.
You want to surge on top of that, Patty?
Yes, I do. I do. I only had one mythic point left, and we're going to use it now.
Yeah, I think now's the time.
Now's the time. This is important.
And cool.
And cool.
Very
this is
cool.
for the people.
Yeah.
5. Okay.
Perfect.
Big surge.
Yeah, that brings you to 22.
That is enough to get to work fixing this.
Yay!
It's going to take some time, but you feel confident that you can bring the water back to Rescris. And as you guys are working hard at this, Astra, even though your creativity is in writing, all of this is coming very naturally to you. You've occasionally, made some repairs to your printing press as needed. But between this and just this feeling, just being drawn to the forge itself, you begin to realize that you have control over the domain of artifice.
Ooh.
What a name.
Little Miss Arts and Crafts. Okay.
Wow. Cool.
Artifice here referring, of course, not to lies or misdirection, but...
No.
No, never.
Just crafting of material objects.
Yeah, like how things are artificial.
The amount of bead art that's going to occur from this pairing, I'll tell you.
Like 3D printing could be called artifice.
Yes, or mending, turning things into shapes that weren't the shapes they were.
Turning a wooden stool into a stone stool.
Yeah, something like that, or,
Ah,
fabrication, that sort of thing.
that is actually cool. So what are we up to? Whimsy, water, and artifice?
Who's to say what the last one is? I don't know. It's going to be a real surprise, is my guess.
Yeah.
After about 10 minutes of working Astro, this starts to get very boring. But you power through because your subdomain is toil.
Fucking funny.
Oh no, tedious craft projects. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Calling back to her prop building origins at the theater.
Yeah, and also I love printing press stuff, but if you've ever done printing, any work with a printing press, it is just like, it's all repetition. It's all
Sure.
just however many posters you need, that's how many you got to do. And you've just got to kind of find your groove and get into it and do it.
While the three of them are hard at work, Johnny, you feel Tommy Ember Eyes return, just standing in the doorway. When he catches your eyes, he kind of nods at you to follow him.
Golden Giant Johnny, subtly walks off over to the side.
As you walk up the stairs, you are in the purple hallway, and you find Betti Burninghand stewing in a corner. She's calmed down quite a bit, but she is still agitated. Tommy kind of gives you some space so that the two of you can have a moment. She removes her Tommy Ember Eyes mask. You see her face for the first time in a good month or so.
Johnny is utterly surprised.
He had no idea.
Even though previously Johnny had mentioned and definitely alluded to the fact that it could be her, the fact that it is her is still somehow...
Oh, Johnny.
What?
My best friend.
I kind of intellectually, I knew any Ifrit could become Tommy Ember Eyes, right? But just I just had no idea. Betty. Oh. This is giant golden giant that is
Crazy.
very animatedly responding to all of us.
Crazy.
She looks at you and she says, "You're surprised. Imagine my surprise that you're traveling with Patty Hertz."
Yeah, I mean, I also never thought that, I would be traveling with some sort of, globally renowned, reality globe star celebrity. It's pretty crazy. Back at Begram, I just happened to stumble onto the show, and then I guess just, it's kind of more complicated than that. She's my friend, and it's you have friends from different parts of your life, and then it's they don't always get along, and I think it's just that, right?
This is the Johnny that Betty likes.
Patty is also she just brought water back to the whole area, right? And she's the only one that could, and that's gotta matter, right?
Betty closes her eyes and kind of holds her head. She hears what you're saying. You can tell, Johnny, you've known her long enough to know that she agrees with what you're saying, but it frustrates her to no end.
Betty, I've done some things, right? That's what happens. You go on living long enough, and the stuff you did 6 years ago, you look back on it, and if you can stand by those things, honestly, that means you've done the right thing. But if you can't stand by it, it's up to you to rectify that and kind of challenge it and take it for what it is. And so I feel that's what she's doing. And if I'm there with her, it helps her, right? She can see how doing good and helping people is just it's a self-reinforcing good thing that doing good is good. Maybe I can help her learn.
If there's anybody she can learn from, I'm glad it's you, Johnny. I can already tell a difference from the last time that I met her and how she's pulling her punches and trying not to hurt people.
She didn't cut off my other arm.
Yeah, even
Despite
though there's a voice on her shoulder.
yeah, a voice in my ear going, "Damn it, take the other arm."
I was just role playing as you're conscious in that. And we're the opposite.
Honestly, people need to be tested, right? You gotta test the blade once it's been made. You've gotta temper it and stuff. And having to face past decisions is good for everyone. And I gotta believe that's kind of part of the purpose here, Betty. Water is returning to the desert. You were part of that, right?
That's very kind, Johnny. But I think Patty did more in the last half hour than I did over the last month. Trying to help Begram by infiltrating the murder.
it's not like a one or the other thing. Like, if you hadn't been there, like, and Tommy bro hadn't been there, like, maybe this would have gone down totally differently. We might not have, like, learned that. So, you know, like, you did what you had to do, and, like, you should feel good about it. Definitely no shame. Like, even the anger, right? Like, the anger is part of it. As, like, paladins and stuff like that, it's kind of hard for us to, like, experience that, like, head on. But seriously, Betty, like, righteous.
Well, I think I'm a much better paladin than I am a Tommy Emberize, but it has been an eye-opening experience being embedded in the nest.
But also, like, there's a cult of Citrix in the nest?
Johnny, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a sect of the nest that worships you or some weird alternate version of you.
That Anaj guy, he's not me. He is not me, all right? Like, I don't care what he says, it's not me.
I believe you, Johnny. I know you'd never do the terrible things that they talk about, but they really do believe that it's true.
I don't really know what to do about that. Like, to be quite perfectly honest, like, the idea that, like, maybe, like, some sort of evil guy who, like, maybe he's me and, like, I don't think he's me, but, like, it could be me. Can you two help me with that?
I'll certainly help you any way that I can. The other Tommy, though, his goal is to destroy the Doom weapon, and I'm worried.
Fist bump on that. Yeah. Solid goal.
But that's what the nest wants, Johnny. The nest wants the Doom weapon gone so that Johnny Anaj can come to power.
Whoa. The golden Johnny then, like, kind of, like, is doing, like, the heavy thinking thing, like, oh, whoa. Honestly, gang, like, this demigod stuff, like, I think it's good, but also, like, man, it's wild. And, like, it definitely changes things. And so, like, maybe we need to find another vessel for the Doom weapon. So,
Oh my god. Ghost Johnny embodies the Doom weapon. In the next
Yeah, I was going to say,
episode.
is this the cycle of the self-fulfilling prophecy of Johnny Brightchild
Oh my
martyring
God.
himself to give Citrix a vessel?
well, I'm not having this conversation here, all of you. So, you know, whatever.
No, not at all. None of us are anywhere near this. Yeah. I can't believe this wasn't a secret recording.
Tommy kind of taps Betty on the shoulder and, like, motions at her to continue. And Betty's like, oh, right. I explained to Tommy that you don't have your memories, but I'm hoping that maybe something will ring a bell. Tommy's looking for somebody from the old days, from, like, the war times. And he thought maybe that you would know them. They were a soldier for the Rescarian army like you were.
I mean, if you give me, like, you know, like, some sort of description, I bet, like, I know someone who knows. Like, I'm pretty good at, like, tracking things down, like, if you tell me that I need to track it down. So, like, you know, there's a lot of gnomes.
There's a program in the Rescarian army, the Candle and the Shadow.
Oh.
They're pairing clerics or healers, just the lights of the Rescarian army, with more nefarious types who acted under the cover of darkness.
Oh.
Tommy is looking for one of those clerics, another Brightchild, actually, by the name of Kalco. Does that ring any bells to you?
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
The golden statue is completely silent and stone-faced for a very long time.
Well, gold-faced, please.
Yeah, gold-faced, excuse me.
Is Kalco spelled Kalco?
Yes.
Could be an anagram for cloak. I'm just going to put it out there. It's probably nothing. Probably nothing.
I like that.
I mean, yeah, I know Kalco, but I don't know where he is anymore. I haven't. And, like, Johnny instinctually kind of rubs the scar on his forehead. I don't know if you're going to find him anymore, bro.
Tommy kind of stews and his eyes are dark as he thinks about this.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for him, bro. And if I think of something, how can I reach you?
Betti Burninghand is going to go back to the Sirocco.
Mm-hmm.
But Tommy, as you guys had previously discussed, is going to stay with the murder and give you guys access and information as
Nice.
he can.
Hell yeah.
In terms of how to get in contact with him, I think your normal bird tokens is probably the best way to do it.
Okay.
Although bird token requires speaking, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay.
He can knock Morse code message into the bird token.
Do I want us to keep in touch with Tommy? No, I'll help.
Oh, wow.
Betti puts her non-burning hand on your shoulder, kind of warmly, and she says, Tommy and I both appreciate you trying, Janni. I think now I'm going to start finding my way out of this maze, though. Even though I'm putting aside my revenge on Patty for the time being, I'd rather not see her again, you know?
Yeah. Oh, no, totally. Yeah, that's legit. I get that. All right. And then Johnny's going to give them both some awkward hugs and is gonna step out.
Really wonder what the connection between Tommy Ember Eyes and the ill-fated Viscarian military initiatives is.
So the Ember Eyes make their way out of the workshop. Tommy of the murderer has taken the remaining cutthroats with him. He's keeping his position among them in sort of a double agent role for you guys. After an hour or two of working, the three of you that remain in the forge have successfully repaired the aqueduct. You can see the water begin flowing through the portals. Patty, you can feel in a similar way that you feel your own mythic power, that the water is reaching its correct endpoints again.
Nice.
I will also quickly add that during this process, Patty, you were able to fully replace Gaffinret, like the mythic power that he was using as sort of a battery to operate this whole thing. It is now dependent on yourself. So
Wild.
The good thing is that if Patty does not reset in the loop, she makes it into the tent or what have you. If her divine power remains in the world, the aqueduct will not break again. If for whatever reason she does get reset, though, it will stop functioning and the water crisis will begin anew.
I do not want to go back to being regular Patty. It's so much more fun to be a demigod.
Same. Probably.
Yeah. Astra, what are you going to do to make sure you stay a demigod?
What do you mean?
You know, like, Glorhan has to, like, die, right?
Oh, you're saying I should set up a permanent death loop for myself?
I don't know. I don't know.
Seems like you do know. It seems like you're saying I should set up a death loop for myself so I can really cinch it every time.
Astra, I think you just have to make it into the tent. I think this will only be a problem if you don't. And then you'll start fresh as a regular mortal, and you'll have to go through the whole rigmarole, dying and going back to the court, etc., etc.
I'm going to lay it on the line for you, Zelf. I don't know if I'll survive another court appearance like that. I know the rest of you are hardened court criminal appearance people, but that was not harrowing for me.
Oh, I thought it was fun.
Well, luckily you have to die to go there. Ha ha ha.
Why would you say that? Why are all of you saying all of this to me? This is horrible.
Let's set things straight as far as the demigods go. So as long as we get them to loop, that is, as long as Patty and Astra are in the tent, there's no reason to think they'll lose their powers. They should maintain their connection, especially since we now know that the two demigods that they've not exactly usurped, let's say replaced, will be gone at the beginning of next loop.
So I guess it'll be okay.
Well, let's think about how Patty got her powers back in this loop. Janni used one of the implements to kind of jog her ability. I'm still not sure how that worked, but it worked.
I don't know. Whoa.
We don't happen to have any of those implements sitting around, do we? Do we have Ebnir's on hand?
There was an implement of Ebnir, but Ogavia was using it when she attacked the group in the hedge maze, and ultimately Janni sundered it.
Didn't I have a skull?
Well, the skull might do it, as long as we keep the skull in the tent.
Okay. We're kind of starting to get a lot of skulls. I just wanted to...
We're accumulating skulls.
I think 0 amount of skulls is the ideal number of skulls to have. I think 2 is a lot of skulls to have, but it's okay. I think if we get 1 more skull, we're kind of going to be in a situation aesthetically that we might not want to be into. I'm fine with it.
We'll have to start a heavy metal band.
I mean, it's a look. It's very goth. I feel like you would like that, Aster, with the whole Phenolin thing, you know.
You're not
like,
wrong.
But, like, you got to do it in the right way, so it's cute. Like,
Oh my god, that'd be so cool. You could all like wear skull face paint and Phelan. I'm honestly surprised it's not a thing already.
That would be really cool. Yeah, and we could dip people's whole heads in gold, just like this is the skull that we've got now.
Oh my god, whoa. Oh, I would totally do that. I would totally have the gold skull. Like that would just be
You would look so good, Johnny.
I know, right?
I mean, you kind of did do that. We do have this gold sculpture of you now.
So it's weighing on me that Gaffinrit had the ritual cast on him and then he was put into permanent dismissal. I want to keep that from happening to any other demigod if possible, unless they're really bad demigods, you know.
Do you mean the old demigods or like Patty and me?
I mean the originals.
I mean, all of the above. We don't want that to happen to us either.
You're right. That was a trick question and Zelf didn't answer correctly, so that's fine.
Mm.
Well, I guess this is the tricky thing is like, there's so many people killing so many people right now.
I know.
And it feels like we're supposed to choose sides, but I really don't know how to parse whose murders I think are okay and which ones aren't, and if any of them are going to have any kind of effect, you know?
Well, like, you know, obviously Molney's murder's not okay, right, gang? Yeah, he's like at least one good god like that we're gonna keep.
Yeah, Molney's great. Molney is superb. We should definitely, we do want to keep Mole. Well, this is the thing is like, what if we do need to replace all the demigods? Is there a way to de-god a god?
What?
Or de-demi a demi?
He got a god.
If we were talking about demi-baguettes, my answer would be yes. But since we're talking about demigods, I don't know if anyone knows. There are some ideas that Veternio lost his powers in the last war because he gave them away to Spira.
Oh, you're right. There's precedent.
Whether we can discover the method and apply it will take some luck or some research. I also don't know exactly why the architect thinks his or her plan is going to work and what their plan really is. Nerissa was so, fussy and prissy about giving away details like, oh, you just let me do the thinking, everyone. And I was like, okay.
Wow, we finally found an NPC that Zelda doesn't like. And it's one so similar to him.
who he thinks is acting like they know more than him. Yeah, exactly.
Great. Okay. Good to know there's an upper limit.
Now that we know that Nerissa's homeland, well, half her homeland, the Pink Realm, now that we know that it has a time stream outside of Irisol's, I wonder if the other dimensions, the other planets, the Fey realms, I wonder if they're just as good a place to escape the loop.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, like, I could go back to the Pink Prince and, like, try and mend things.
No.
Babe, don't try to get back with your ex.
He's not my ex, all right? Like, I'm just saying, like, he could be a friend. Like,
it might put a damper on things that we destroyed as monarch.
Like, a lot of people think that, like, regime change is, like, scary and bad. And, like, sometimes that's just, like, how it goes, right? And, like, it lets you grow. Maybe he'll be the new Magenta Monarch and stuff like that. Maybe he's no longer the Pink Prince.
Look, I really don't know how Fae work either. They're kind of, like, that's their whole thing, right? They're weird.
Nobody does. Not even the Fae.
Yeah, I think that's intentional.
I mean, should we track down the architect?
Oh, I'd love if we could. I'd also love to track down the prime minister.
Well, 2 high-profile targets.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, not impossible. We're pretty crafty.
Well, Astra, you raise an excellent point. So we now have an artifact, and potentially one of these fragments of Gaffinrit's tools would have the ability to break it and restart the loop. We haven't experimented with that, but that's an idea.
Oh.
And if we start a new loop, then we can totally avoid this question of Molny getting killed in this one. But if we loop, what are our goals? What are we, the Janni squad, going to commit to?
Save everybody. Yeah?
Thank you, Janni.
Yeah, that'll be mine too.
Even the bad people.
Yeah, just whomever. I'm bad at icebreakers. Sorry, that's what this is giving me.
I don't know. I think our goal should be to figure out a way to have a stable pantheon of demigods that will keep time from resetting all the time, keep the planet from blowing up, and be really cool to everyone. I mean, that's easy enough to do, right?
Be righteous to each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Patty, you're so good at this. I'm so glad that you get to be a demigod.
I mean, it's so easy.
I love that.
I mean, I'm not all that invested in keeping the demigod system around. It's not a bad system, but it's just like not the toppest priority. The tip-toppest priority, I think, is creating a situation in which time does not loop, but also we're not dead, and we don't only exist in a time loop.
Escaping the zeitgeist.
Yeah, I want to be in the Geist or the Zeit. I just want to be in the normal time.
Right. I think the Geist is when Irisal is destroyed and we're all floating in space as ghosts.
I don't want that. I want the Zeist. Let's get Zeisty.
Let me tell you, floating in space is rough. Astra, you have a good point. This demigod system itself might be a total aberration. We might really want to understand how it happened and how it could happen differently.
Yeah, like what's the big deal with demigods? You know, it's like, are you half
What's
god?
the
Are you a
deal with
human?
demigods?
Yeah, why aren't there quartra gods? Why aren't there, I don't know, septal gods? Like,
Super gods.
yeah, double gods.
More powerful than the regular gods.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you all. I'm basically obsessively interested in synchrotheism, the sum of 9 or 10 deities entwined. There's so many tantalizing threads, ideas of their powers combined in different places in Irisal, different regions where you can witness it.
That seems like a lot. I think I might be whatever the opposite of that is. Instead of there being like 9 or 10 gods, there should be like hundreds of thousands. Nobody should have any power. That's my stance. Nobody should have any power.
Tinytheism.
We should all go back to being babies. Nobody should do anything.
If we fuck up that ritual, that might just happen. So maybe you'll get your wish.
Yeah. Cut to 8 episodes away from here, yeah.
Listen, I don't want to be the only baby and I don't want to be the only adult. That's where I stand with
You have
that.
to babysit all of us.
I don't know whether or not we talked this through as much as it should have been talked through. That is anything that we found in Gaffinrit's lab look like it's going to be able to destroy an artifact?
The items that you found are not artifacts themselves. They're not like the god killer.
Right.
I'll let Astra,
Ooh.
with her artifice domain, make a spellcraft check as she's like understanding how the forge works, like if you have options there.
Okay. I'm going to surge on that check, and I get a 22.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Not bad.
You spend some time at the forge. It's still a flame from when the Forge Fiend was using it, filled with molten gold. It like just crackles with this arcane energy, that strange feeling that you've had every time that you summon your demigod powers. You just feel it like emanating from this forge.
Oh.
You play around with it a little bit, like dipping things in like the murder was doing. And you hear a voice from the side that just goes, "You're doing it wrong."
Ah? What? Did anybody hear that?
The four of you are all confused. You thought that at this point you were completely alone in the workshop. You see the golden head of Gaffinrit just laying on the floor,
Oh my God.
Stop.
is watching you judgmentally.
Oh my god, I want to talk to the head!
I'm back. It's me again. It's Jenna. I'm here to do the mid-roll episode ad break once again. I know I missed you more than you missed me, since obviously you were listening to not only the main feed episodes, but the super special Patreon one-shot episodes as well. And that's like twice as much Jenna as you normally get, even without the mid-roll ads. Wait, you're saying you haven't listened to the new one-shot? So you don't know that it's currently fully out and released exclusively on Patreon? And that it's based on a poll we ran where subscribers voted on what characters we would play? And that all those characters were former one-shot or flashback characters, many of them perverts? And that we didn't know what character we would play until we sat down to play? And that Andrew was able to immediately snap into his character's voice with incredible skill and the rest of us had to do some serious mental organizing to find ours? And that both parts are available to listen to now on patreon.com/bcbparty for only $5 a month? You're saying all that? We are saying all that without ever speaking a word because this is a one-directional recording, and even if you said anything, I wouldn't have heard it? Wow, your silence really says it all. Patreon.com/bcbparty. I'm sorry, what was that?
Is this your first time ever using a forge? You're doing it wrong.
It literally is, yeah. I don't have a lot of forge experience. Are you Gaffinrit?
No, I'm not Gaffinrit.
Huh?
I'm Gaffinrit's head.
Okay, yeah, fuck me. Yeah, okay.
I mean, you're not really the head, though. You're the skull.
Well, it was some decomposing before I was dipped in gold, but I am the cranium portion.
Hey, do you remember who dipped you?
A terrible creature, a forge fiend, dipped this head of Gaffinrit, and thus I was born.
Wow. So wait, I'm dipping things wrong? This is the best way to get them all coded. Isn't that what you want?
No, you must use your divine connection.
Oh.
Your god powers.
Oh. So I can operate this forge with my magic?
Potentially. I will believe it when I see it.
Oh, wow, okay. We're kind of backhanded.
A natural
okay.
skeptic.
No.
Hey there, Gaffinrit Skull. How much Gaffinrit is there left in you? Or are you kind of an arcane construct from the convergence of divine forces?
I am my own person.
Own it.
But do you have Gaffinrit's memories, his knowledge, perhaps?
I can see some of his life, yes, though it's not my own.
My God. I mean, not my God. You're not my God. I'm sorry. That was rude. So I can potentially use the forge. How do I do it?
As a demigod of artifice, surely you've made many weapons before in your time. It's not that much different.
Oh, I don't.
You don't?
No. Oh, no, I'm not. That's not kind of. I don't make artifacts. I make books. I make books. I don't really make weapons.
If I had saliva, I would spit on the ground that you walk to make a book.
Well, you don't.
The enemy of Gaffinrit.
What?
Books are the enemies of Gaffinrit? Whoa, Gaffin, bro, what are you saying? What's wrong with the book?
What's wrong with books?
He just grumbles.
All right, so you want us to make a weapon? You think we should make some sort of cool gold weapon? I think gold is bad for weapons.
Yeah.
Can Astra forge a god killer?
Oh, shit.
Out of gold, it's not going to cut through anything.
Out of whatever you want.
Oh.
It can be beads.
That's not going to cut through anything either.
I suppose anyone could learn given enough time.
Okay, but I'm predisposed because I've got artifice powers.
Astra, you've started to explore your powers, but haven't really... I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're still kind of finding your foothold with them.
I'm a late bloomer. I'll get there.
She's gonna get there, Self.
I'm going to get there, Zelf. Listen, I'm willing to give this a try. But it would be pretty crazy if my first ever weapon was just a god killer. Because I don't think it's going to be very good. It's probably going to be like, I don't know. I guess I'll try to make a dagger. That seems pretty straightforward, right?
Certainly, even an amateur could make a dagger. I think after a good week of work, you'll have one that's pretty decent.
Oh, no.
We can't speed it up. I can't use magic to speed that kind of thing up. What if it's what if it's not a dagger? What if it's just like a club? Just like a hunk of iron.
Just a stick.
The God Killer Club.
Can she modify something she's already got? Like, could she dip her rapier in there?
Christ.
Oh, God. I don't know if we want to give the rapier that level of. Let's pick a neutral weapon.
I'm just saying,
Johnny's always escalating.
What? No.
Mr. Gaffenrit's skull, what we're really driving toward is we want something to destroy a divine artifact. We happen to have one handy. It's a skull.
If your goal is just to destroy, then you could use the forge itself to do so.
Oh, really?
If you want to create a weapon to destroy that you can take with you, that will take time, and it will take skill.
We don't have either of those things.
We don't have skill?
Well, I've never made a weapon before.
Don't they say that the pen is mightier than the sword, Astra?
More book talk.
I'm actually with you on this one, Gaffenrit Skull. I don't think that's neither here nor there. A god killer pen? No. Well.
So, Mr. Gaffenbro, you've got this connection, right, to Hibdal and stuff. And this cool rising star over here, Patty Hertz, she's also got a connection.
That's me.
Do you know how to help her with that?
Certainly, as Patty becomes one with the workshop as she has been doing, her power will surely grow.
It's not too late to use the helmet to accept madness, Patty.
Oh, man, I felt like I kind of accepted madness already when I initially, took my demigod powers into myself. But, I feel like I gotta stay a little sensible for now.
Patty, are you at a level of your divine development where you can talk to Hibdal yet? Have you started getting brain waves? It might just be a feeling, a powerful feeling.
I have a lot of powerful feelings, but I don't know if those are coming from Hibdal or if that's just me.
Does it matter? Are they separate now? Maybe your instinct is just Hibdal's instinct now.
Oh, maybe all this time, my inner monologue was not actually me. It was my patron god blessing me.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Maybe I was chosen from the start.
Oh, that sounds familiar too.
Yeah. What if Patty isn't just the new demigod? What if she becomes the new god?
Exactly. What if I'm just supposed to be the god?
That's crazy.
Patty creates monotheism on the planet.
Just worship me. It's a lot easier. Who needs a pantheon?
The idea that we meet God, capital G, a Christian God, and she's like, "Hi, my name's Patty."
She's like, "Hey, girl.
You're all my children, and I love you."
Oh, no. I love the idea of bimbo God. Really good. Okay.
Speaking of, Mr. Skull, I'm curious about your interests. What's your angle here?
My angle? I don't have an angle at all.
I think it's just whatever angle we hold them at, right? And Johnny picks up the skull, turns him around.
Unfortunately, I am Gaffenrit's head and not Gaffenrit's neck and head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have any motivations now that you're a living skull?
I think that instead of sculpture, I'm going to become a painter.
Lovely.
Oh, so pens are bad, but a paintbrush is fine. No, I get it.
Do you know about the loops?
Yes, a cat came and spoke at length to Gaffenrit about it. About a day they spoke before the cat returned with treachery in mind.
Whoa. Was that like a really bad Oreo looking kind of cat, like, black and white. I don't know why I said Oreo, like it's a thing. I don't know what that is. But like,
like the bird, like an Oreo. Yeah.
Yes, that name is familiar to me.
Damn, like, shit. And that treachery killed you?
Not me. Again, I am my own person. I am Gaffinrit's head.
I'm sorry. How did they separate you into a different entity than the previous entity that was Gaffinrit, Mr. Gaffin Bro?
Mr. Gaffin Bro!
With a crystal sword, they hewed me from the rest of Gaffinrit.
Damn.
Was it just the cat? Or was there somebody with the cat?
Yes, people in blue robes.
Gavin Skull, how do you feel about joining us for a loop or two? Or should I put you back under the Gold River where you can just be smothered in gold? I don't know. Maybe that's what you like.
You're asking me to be your mentor, your sensei in the arts.
That's a bit of a leap, but...
Oh my god, yeah, please.
I'd fucking dig Gaffin.
Gaffin Bro, please. Oh my god, there's so much we could learn, right?
Wow, Johnny's really into it.
Yeah.
Johnny, you've got kind of a thing with mentors, huh?
Well, yeah, because there's always so much to learn, Zelf, right? Like, there's no way, like, I'd, like, know anything or, like, ever stop learning. So, like, be ready, like, be teachable and stuff. Yeah.
Every one of these 4 hours that I've been alive is a century's worth of knowledge for a mere mortal.
Aesthetically, I don't hate it.
No, we've got to do it.
Oh,
Okay.
it would be
We
absolutely, it would be
have
so
to.
so freaking cool.
Mr. Skull, I think we're asking you to be our mentor, our sensei.
I accept.
God, this is the mentor Aster deserves.
Oh, that was easy. We didn't even have to have any elimination-style duels. 4-person bracket leading to one student-teacher relationship. That's...
Zelf's like, I'm not even sure this counts. I don't know if he's a real mentor. We didn't sacrifice anything for this.
Sensei Skull.
Skull Sensei.
I've been increasingly interested in finding a solution for Johnny's body problem. You don't happen to have some substitute bodies sitting around in here, do you?
Well, he can possess the rest of Gaffinrit's body, I suppose, but it doesn't have a head.
Headless skeleton Johnny.
That's so grim.
That sounds kind of cool, honestly. I'd kind of be into that.
If we want to retain our memories and our powers, we'll have to stay in the tent during the loop, but that means that it's Johnny's ghost that will stay. I've been considering that perhaps, and this is getting ahead of ourselves, but since we're on the topic, I've been considering that in the next loop, maybe we can bring Johnny's ghost to his clone body and kind of smoosh them.
What?
Oh, that sounds gross, but interesting.
Smooshing is kind of like goo. There's so much potential.
Still, also gross, but interesting.
I think in the first loop, when the goo looped the loop, Johnny and Aj went back to the planet of Zitrix. And unless Johnny's body is in a ritual space right now, then chances are the same thing's going to happen again. And then the Johnny we're dealing with is Johnny and Begram, who is giving massages and living life.
Yeah. Notoriously pliant Johnny Brightchild.
I'm pretty agreeable and stuff like that. Like, I'll take things in stride, but like having another ghost version of myself in my body, like that's going to be, I don't know, gang.
Well, it's like when he was sharing souls and had Glorahan's memories and stuff, it was making him really sick and fucked up. Like...
The complications of body, mind, soul, and memory have been diverse and profound throughout these loops. We know from Abraham and Neven that 2 bodies somehow share one soul. And we know that different representations of soul and body can have different extents of memory. We saw souls in the planet of Ebb that had memories of past loops somehow. So I'm theorizing that a synthesis of soul would simply come together as one. After all, it's Johnny and himself. It's not Johnny and Paris and Glorahan.
But it would be Johnny, and Anaj, right?
Well, there's more to it, Johnny. Every time Anaj has come out, so did the spiders, which lets us know that it's an unnatural situation.
Maybe we should talk to Rabual.
No, you don't think Janni and Aj destroyed him in this loop?
You know, Astra, think about what your scores would be this time, right? Like, that's got to give you like some leverage.
Got to get retested at Rabual's, yeah.
Astra couldn't deal with having yet another low score, because if she goes in as a demigod and still has a low score,
yeah, even lower somehow.
devastating. Yeah. Somehow it drops.
Ebner's demigod. Oh.
Looking like you've racked up some debts here, and those aren't exactly.
If you want to work towards solving like any sort of merging duplicate sort of thing, that's something that I would let you do, but that will be a long-term thing. Like, I think that that's a great thing to work on for like just solving the problem of having duplicates. Like, if you can do it with the two Johnnies, then you would be able to do it with Abraham and Neven in the future, like that kind of thing.
Whoa. Okay.
I think that that's something that Zelf could absolutely work towards. That said, in terms of the immediate, I would say Janni is kind of a special case in that he has had multiple people in his body at different times throughout this. So to think that you could stick a third person in there, sure.
Slaps the roof of Janni. You can fit so many souls in this body.
But Caitlin is right. There is long-term effects from that.
Okay.
And Andrew is right that all of this was kind of precipitated by Rabual the Generous in some way for Glorhan, for Paris, France, for Inaj the first time.
I do think solving the Janni problem is paramount. Like getting Janni back to his body.
Agreed.
The three Janni problem.
The three Janni problem. Yeah, we have two Janni problem right now. We might end up with three Janni problem.
I don't know if Rabual is around in this loop. I don't know if we would want to try to get to him in this loop, but we could prioritize that at the beginning of next loop.
I don't think that there's anything this loop that he could do for you. Well, I mean, I guess if you kill Janni and Aj and get the body back or whatever.
That is not going to happen. Janni's going to one-hit KO each of us.
And you were talking about he's going to summon Diane Onikus and she's going to rip us to shreds.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You all would be in danger if we went after him.
It is a pressing matter, I agree, but I think it is a pressing matter that we need to somehow address via the loops, not via a one-on-one conflict with Janni and Aj.
That's right. Pass the buck to our future selves.
Yes, pass the buck to our future selves. Exactly.
I don't know if he's doing his routines. What if he's not doing his sets, right? Like, what if I'm
losing? There's no way he's doing his sets.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Janni and Aj, I guarantee you he started chain smoking in your body.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like, I've worked hard for that.
Doing whippets, yeah.
Well, ladies, gentlemen, ghosts, ghouls, skulls, we may be standing on the cusp of destiny here. If the Forge can destroy an artifact, there's our ticket to the next loop.
I mean, I would save Molny for sure.
It would save Molny, and it would save us the complication and the risk of getting attacked and driven apart by our impossibly powerful foes and not making it into the tent.
It's not a bad option to reset the loop. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, that's plan B, I think.
All right, then what's plan A? Could save Molny. We could make a god killer weapon right here, and then we have a god killer weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of scary how many possibilities there are. Like, I mean, there are so many factions and so many plans and so many influences. I don't know whose plan is the right plan. And I think that probably no one's plan is the right plan.
I agree with you, Patty.
So we should make our own plan.
Oh, Janni.
Right?
Oh, Janni.
Yeah? That's what you were saying, right, so?
Janni, you've cut right to the heart of things.
Sometimes, like, it's easier, like, you know, just to have, like, a fresh start, right? Rather than, like, work off somebody else's, you know? Like, just, like, clear the board, I guess, is what they say sometimes. I don't know. I think I heard that in, like, a kitchen thing once.
Yeah, clear the charcuterie board, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, like, should we just reset it now?
I think we should have an idea of what we want to do before we start resetting things willy-nilly.
Okay.
After all, once we turn the hourglass and the sand begins to fall, we should turn it when we're ready.
Okay, so let's say that we can do whatever we want. We can have a whole new plan. Maybe Molny sticking around is part of the new plan.
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
He's a cool dude. He's a good demigod. maybe things don't have to be mutually exclusive.
What if we, faked Molney's death?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we somehow fake his death? The ministry thinks that they've succeeded, but they haven't. And then we whisk him away, and they are just like, oh, what's wrong? Why isn't this working? And it's because he's not actually dead. And we've hidden him somewhere.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued too. I don't know how we would make it happen, but I think it would be fun.
It's a fun, interesting heist proposal.
Exactly. And then it would also let us avoid fighting the ministry, which is a thing that we don't want to do.
Yeah, it's tricky because the first thing the ministry would do after killing Molney or thinking that they killed him would be destroying the torch. So we'd have to get out with both.
That's the tough part. But anyway, so something for everyone else to noodle on
I
that
like
could
it.
be fun.
Here's my pitch. We just shave his mane and then leave chunks of it
He's just a
around.
regular kitty cat.
Right.
Yeah, he will be unrecognizable.
What happened to Molney?
I also desperately want Patty to braid feathers into Molney's hair, like baby angel.
Oh,
Yes.
Baby
Oh my
lion.
God.
Yeah, baby
Angel.
lions. Yeah.
Lion angel.
Lion.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It would be hair feathers in a mid 2000s Kesha kind of
Oh my
vibe.
God.
A little
Whoa.
smeared eyeliner, it's a look.
Oh my God.
The flip side is that if the ministry loses hold of Molney, they may still cast the mythic ritual on the, I don't know if it's a torch or a lantern or what, but Gaffinrit's artifact. And if that happens, then Molney's going to lose his power regardless.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's hard to predict what they'll do if we disrupt their plans.
At the beginning of the next loop, I think we should do some due diligence or research about how one stops being a demigod. It feels like if it is a possibility, that might be a good thing to just know how to do and have in our pocket.
That's not a bad point.
And that might mean going back to Shadow End and figuring out how that worked with Spira.
Listen, you can't spell conspiracy without Spira.
Oh, Paul's really spiraling.
If we were going to do any maximizing, what we might do is take the night to do some reading or to do some other minuscule preparations before we leave Gaffinrit's lab for the rest of the loop. But I don't even know what that would be. We've pretty much done everything in this dungeon that we possibly could.
I mean, the thing we could do in the short term is just pop through one of the portals. But if I remember correctly, Justin, the portal doors in this area have to recharge. Isn't that right? Like a day's recharge?
That's correct. So you could go through now and come back before theoretically anything would happen with Molney.
In theory, we would get one round trip little jaunt to somewhere. Okay, that's an option.
Okay. I mean, so if we wanted to sneak one little additional thing on at the end there, that might be an option. Maybe checking out the ice dome
Oh yeah, Zelf's thing would be getting a scraping of the ice dome.
oh my God. Zelf's going to get his fucking tongue stuck to the ice dome.
100. Guys? Guys?
Can't get in the tent because he's stuck to the wall.
No, we have to set it up around his body. It's not without risk, but I will say I feel better about the amount of risk comparable to almost any of the other options we've discussed.
It's not immediate, instant, guaranteed death, basically.
It's just so risky to try to do anything else, right? Because it could go wrong. Anytime we're just hanging out doing something, the ministry could be breaking an artifact and then we're trying to race against the goo, right?
Yeah.
And that is not fun. So
honestly, it feels like at any moment Justin might get too annoyed with our circular argument and be like, oh, the goo's coming for you. You've got 20 seconds.
I like pushing.
No.
My vote is to push.
I want to end the loop. I want to either do it today or tomorrow, but I don't want to go ham. I feel like we would lose everything we've gained.
I'm kind of in alignment with Paul. I feel like we're at a little bit of a dead end right now in terms of Like, what are our next steps? All of the things we've been talking about. It's like, okay, we can do this, but it's for the next loop. We can do this, but it's for the next loop. I feel like I'm struggling to identify like actionable things that we can do that will be long-term beneficial in this loop.
Okay. This feels like a good plan.
And this is like, it's such an interesting opportunity for us to like be able to like loop intentionally.
Oh, to be proactive.
Yes, it's not something that's happening to us anymore. We are doing this like methodically and intentionally.
Do we want to celebrate the end of this loop? Do we want to capstone it by taking in the vista of the ice dome?
I mean, we could also like confirm the status of the Doom weapon, which is a good thing to do.
I'm down. Loop's going to happen before my birthday, so I'm not going to get to go to the Ice Dome this year. So, like, I definitely want to go.
Plus, how jealous is Janni and Naj going to be?
Do you want me to try and possess the Doom weapon?
Well, I mean...
Oh my God.
I mean...
Janni, you keep dipping toward this Zitrix relationship.
Way to escalate the situation.
Thank you for listening, and a special thank you to our Patreon subscribers who are supporting independent media in the most direct and sustainable way possible. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you voting on the one-shot, and we hope you enjoyed the one-shot. Slop Squad isn't just for summer. Slop Squad is for life. Our DFTBA merch store is at bit.ly/BCBP merch, all lowercase, all one word. Or you can find a link in the show notes. As always, you can find us on Blue Sky at BCB Party, on Tumblr at BCB Party, or email us at burntcookbookparty@gmail.com. Burnt Cook Book Party is Andrew Hansen as Johnny Brightchild, Caitlin Stayduhar as Patty Hertz, Paul Luetkemeyer as Zelf, me, Jenna Stoeber as Astra Blepp, and Justin Green as GM and World Builder. This episode was edited for content by Justin Green and edited for sound by Akshay Balakrishnan. Produced by me, Jenna Stoeber.